Hey everyone, welcome to this video. I haven't posted in a while, and I actually just got a message from a subscriber today who's always in the comments, and we always talk, and wondering where I was and saying that um she missed my videos, and that that just made my day. That just made my day. Because, sometimes, vulnerable moment here. Sometimes, you know, artists, we tend to think that people don't really like our art or no one really cares. Um, I know I do sometimes. And then I think about what the things that are going on in the world that are so much more important than art. People don't really care about art right now, but I know that's not true at the end of the day. But we kind of doubt ourselves sometimes. So then when I get such a lovely comment, um, it kind of brings me back down and grounds me again. So I just wanted to send a shout out to her. Thank you. And yeah, just tell you guys what I've been doing. I've been wanting to film this video for at least a week and just couldn't find the time. So I've been working and I've been making art, I've been in my sketchbook a lot at night before bed. And I've been painting, as you can see behind me here. I have quite a few things that I have been painting, and I save my painting for at the end of the day, the end of the work day, when there's still a little bit of light between like 4 and 5 o'clock, because it's getting dark early now here in New York. So, and then on the weekends, I paint. But at night before I go to bed, I have like this little container that's kind of like a tray. And I have art supplies in there and a couple of little sketchbooks. I have pencils and all my things that are, at my bedside. And when I want to sketch in bed before I go to sleep, I do that. But anyway, so let me show you guys a couple of paintings that I've made recently. And then if you stay to the end, there will be a painting video, a process video, a watch me paint video of one of these paintings that I'm about to show you, okay? So stay to the end, all right? Okay, so I wanted to show you guys first this abstract landscape. I had recently purchased I had a Michael's coupon, and for like $20, no, 2 vouchers, $10 each. So yeah, together $20. And I was like, I could buy something really good, you know? But I bought 3 canvases. This was one of them. And they have like a wide profile. I like that. That looks very professional. I think I'm gonna start buying that only. Anyway, the abstract landscape. This is my go-to palette. I love using all of these colors together. This is my go-to palette, and I just love it. Anyway, so this is untitled. Doesn't have a name. I didn't even sign it yet, but I really, really love it, and I'll probably eventually sell it or put it up for sale for whoever wants to buy. I have quite a few things that I want to sell. It's just, where should I sell them? Online. That's a lot of work. Okay, so anyway, the next painting on another one of the new canvases that I bought. And this is very abstract, florally abstract. And this is a 24 by 30 canvas. The other one I just showed, I forgot. I have to measure that again. But I'm gonna start putting the measurements on the back to remind myself. Yeah, this is a 24 by 30 canvas. And if you get up close, you can see all the texture here because I used a palette knife for this painting. Guys, I love using palette knives. That is my go-to tool. Palette knives, the different sizes. Oh, I just love them so much more than a brush. All right, this is untitled as well. Okay, so let's move my easel and bring it closer. This painting of the women there, I have a tentative title for this. Wild flowers, meaning the women are the wild flowers. They're wild, but we're still flowers. We're still delicate at the end of the day. So, I love female-centered art, and I love, celebrating a woman's body and, a woman's form. I love that. I love to see art centered around that. And, it's just dabbling. I've been really practicing a lot of abstract figures in my sketchbooks, which I'll show you some of those as well. Oh, wait. Sorry. So then we have, I have another painting to show you. So then we have this one, this landscape right there. Okay. So this is on cotton canvas, acrylic on cotton canvas, and oil sticks. Added some textures with the oil sticks. You see there the tree branches and the green, the grass. Those are all done with oil sticks, the green and that burnt sienna color. Yeah. So anyway, this is a canvas, an unstretched canvas. And I really liked working on this because you can roll it up. It's a space saver. And let's, for instance, also, if someone buys this from me, it's easier to ship. You roll it up, roll it up, wrap it up, and put it in a tube, So, yeah. And then whoever, the collector, is responsible for getting it framed or doing what they want with it. They can, put it on some stretcher bars and turn it, put it on a canvas or frame it, whatever they want. or just hang it up like this. I actually think hanging art up like this is cool. I like it. Because and I don't have frames. And this is the first time that I was using a unstretched canvas, and I really liked it. Let me show you the brand, what I was using, what that is. All right, so this is what I have. It's a canvas pad from Blick. There's 10 pieces. Not anymore because I've used 2, so I have like 8 more left. And this is an 18 by 24. And I like this because it's cotton canvas and it's already primed with gesso. 3 layers of gesso, and it has a nice texture, and I'm really liking it. So they have, this is the biggest one that they have. I really want to start working on larger pieces, but I just don't have any room to store anything bigger than this, you know? So yes. But that is my goal, is to someday work really, really big, museum style paintings. Yeah. All right, so here is another recent. This, you know, this right now to me is looking a hot mess. It really is. You know, it really is. But when I made it, when I did it, I was like, oh, this is fire. No, it's not. It's not. It's not. We're going to rework this. But I like the colors. But we're going to do some more work to this. Because is a painting ever finished? Is it? I made this a while ago. I think maybe like in June or July. But I don't believe I ever showed it. I don't think. This one. Yeah, and this is inspired by one of my larger paintings, which you'll see when I show you something else. Okay, so let me move something. I'll be right back. Okay, so here is this. I had it rolled up, but then I decided to hang it up so I can look at it. This is not finished by, no way, it's not finished. This is like layer 1, and I had the sketch, so I filled in the colors. I used some wax pastels for the line, just to define it a little bit. But I want to go in and do some shadows, add more line. I'm trying to figure out if I even want to add eyes or any features to it. So this is still a work in progress. So you guys saw this painting. I have a video on the channel of me painting this. But I was saying that the smaller one that I just showed you was inspired by that, because I did the big one first and then I did the small one. And I actually like this better. I always intended to do the bird over, on the other one, but I never got around to it. Okay, so I mean, that is that all the art I have to show you? No, there's more. So we're gonna do some, I'm just gonna do some overhead flip throughs of, I have a lot of work on in my sketchbooks and on paper that I'm just gonna flip through. So you might hear, I might play some music, or I might sort of time lapse it, but then you'll see the process video of this painting. Okay. All right, guys, so I'm going to leave you here and keep watching. And if you're new here, thank you for being here. Please consider subscribing. And to all my old peeps, thank you for hanging in there with me. I will get it together. And oh, go to my Substack. I made a whole, I should make a separate video for this, but go to my Substack, okay? It's gonna be linked in the description. Join, I'm launching a paid membership on my Substack. Go over there, Spirited Hands, so you can find out all the information, okay? And I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you for being here. Bye. Hey everyone, welcome to this little process video. I am painting on the canvas for the first time, and I was just curious to see, I brought it, I think I had brought it that very same day, and I came home and I was like, okay, well, let me do a video because I haven't had any videos. I haven't posted any videos in a couple of weeks, so the algorithm probably won't like me for a while. Anyway, so that's ivory black, okay? And I'm thinking there that I am going to do a landscape. I mean, I started it without having any idea of what I wanted to do. So as I just started putting on colors, and then it sort of turned into what it ended up turning into. But initially, I did not have an idea. I'm working with some titanium white there. Anyway, that's usually the way it goes when I'm painting, especially abstracts. I just don't have any idea until I start painting, and then, things start happening. So, yeah, so this is my first time painting on a unstretched canvas, and I have to say that I really like it. Like I said earlier in the video, it's definitely a space saver. You can roll those things up and store them nicely, unroll them, frame them, hang them up, do whatever. Hang them up like another artist told me that she uses that, for her tapestries. And I thought that was pretty interesting. So anywho, we are working with unbleached titanium here, which is one of my favorite colors. I like to mix that with black. It makes a nice dark color. Yeah, so I'm just laying down. At that point, I was just laying down color. I didn't know what was going to go down. I really didn't. I just wanted to try out that canvas and put some color on it. So the color shaper, yes, let's talk about that. Well, let's talk about the fact that I am really not liking to use brushes anymore. I really love using actual tools like a palette knife or that color shaper, or other things like, my old credit cards, or I have something that is called a catalyst. I'm really loving not using brushes, and I guess that's going to save me too, some time, because then I don't have to clean the brushes, because the paint wipes off very nicely on off the color shaper and the palette knives and any other like sharp tools. I like to scrape paint. I don't know if that's a term, but that's what I like. I like scraping color. I like rubbing colors in, with a cloth. I like, dragging colors, scrape color, scrape painting. I guess. So, and I prefer that so much more than actual brushwork. I don't know. So, deep inside me, there is an abstract artist. That is sap green. And I have put some down before I hit record. I almost forgot to hit the record button. But anyway, in this video, you will see this sap green, which is from the brand Amsterdam. And then there's another sap green that I really love as well from Winsor Newton. Now they're both called sap green, but one is that Amsterdam one is way darker than the Winsor Newton, which you'll see, later. I don't know what's a real true sap green. I was introduced to sap green, Winsor Newton sap green in acrylic paint and watercolor. So when I saw this darker green being called sap green, I was like, what is this? And I actually like it too. It's one of my go-to greens. Like, I like the Amsterdam sap green, the Winsor Newton sap green, and I like that Liquitex light green olive, or whatever, light olive green. Those are my three go-to greens. Yeah, so as you can see here, I've added a warm color, the raw sienna. You know, I'm sort of, the colors are sort of mixing, but I had let it dry just a little bit in between there, you saw, and I came in with the, the dark green, the sap green. That was a umber that I just put down. I didn't put that on the screen, but I believe that was a little bit of raw umber that I spread across there. And this is Winsor Newton powder blue. Yeah, there you go. So anyway, it started shaping up to be a landscape, and so I went with it. And so it's all acrylic. I didn't use a paintbrush. I painted with a palette knife and a color shaper. And you guys will see the results at the end of the video. So I'm going to leave you guys here. I just wanted to come in and say hello and chit chat with you guys for a little bit. Also, I am launching a paid subscription over on Substack. The link will be in the description. Please go on over to my Substack and subscribe. I'm going to be launching a paid membership over there, and it's going to be, I'm going to be offering Reiki healing, sound healing. I am a certified sound healer with crystal singing bowls, and I'm also a certified Reiki master. And I'm going to be offering card readings, collective readings for my members, Reiki, sound healing for my members, and art content. So all of that content, that healing and art content, will be offered on Substack. The name of it is Spirited Hands. And go on over and join, okay? And I'm launching the paid membership November 3rd, all right? So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Do stay to the end, and I will talk to you guys soon. Take care.